Good morning, it's March 18th. It's a Friday, which means it's a day to walk around the lake. It's just around freezing, so that means it's 20... Sorry, just doing something there. That means it's 27 degrees Celsius warmer than it was last week when I walked around the lake, or about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. 50 degrees Fahrenheit warmer today than it was last Friday. I will have to watch out for ice for sure this morning because it's below, like here. This is when it's really bad. So we'll avoid that. I'm not sure whether I'm better off on the sidewalk or the street. This is when you get, it melted yesterday, ran down the sidewalk, and then now it's frozen. So until it thaws again later in the day, ice is a particular problem. Oh well, I will do my best to remain upright. Might be a somewhat slower walk in spots for that reason. It is going to be +5 today. So, I could have waited till later. It would be melting again, but this is the time when I like to walk around the lake, so I'm risking it. It's ice, ice, ice. And it's rough, too, so you can't be sure which way your foot's going to slide. Alright, let's go this way. You stay along the edge here where there's some snow, it's not too bad. I might be doing quite a bit of walking off the path in the snow today. So the Kickstarter is at $8,096 today. That's 2/3 funded, 1/3 of the way in. There's basically 20 days left to go. That's the Kickstarter to fund Shapers of Worlds Volume 3, the anthology featuring authors who were guests during the 3rd year of my podcast, science fiction fantasy authors. My podcast is called The World Shapers, and it's at theworldshapers.com. This is the 3rd time I've done this. I've done it successfully twice before. I have every reason to think this one will succeed. Lots of backers rewards like books, audiobooks, opportunity for Zoom chats with authors, Tuckerizations where your name is used as a character in the story. And if you just want to get the ebook, it's only a $15 pledge to get the ebook. That's kind of the basic pledge level. So head over there, check it out. tinyurl.com/shapersofworlds3, numeral 3 will take you there. And I would appreciate the support. I would appreciate less ice on the sidewalks right now. I think I'll walk down this rut, which is generally ice-free. Except, of course, then their car comes. Always the way. Hi. Yeah, that's where I'm headed. Kind of scary on the sidewalks this morning, though. And then I got editing to do. I'm editing Spring, which is a magazine of emerging writers here in Saskatchewan, published by the Saskatchewan Writers Guild. That's in the works. I'm the managing and prose editor. There's also a poetry editor, Gillian Harding Russell. So we picked our top pieces from those submitted, and now we're just waiting to see I'm waiting to see exactly how much space I'll have. And I have to, figure out an order for everything. That kind of stuff. And there'll be book launch, magazine launch in June, I think. A lot to do before then, contracts to go out and so forth. Editing, of course. And I'm editing stuff for Shadowpaw Press, and I've got a manuscript evaluation to do for somebody I do freelance work for. Rather bulky manuscript I have to take a good look at so I can give them a professional opinion. Lots to do. I wish I was in Toronto. My daughter's in a production of High School Musical at the University of Toronto next couple of days. I think their first show is tonight, and they do another show tomorrow night. Victoria College is putting it on. Alice is playing the drama teacher, if you know the show. Well, even if you don't know the show, she's playing the drama teacher. That's who she's playing. Alas, didn't make sense for us to try to get there for that, unfortunately. Okie dokie, let's see what it's like down here. Oh, not going through there. It's flooded. Nope, definitely not going through there. All right. Have to go up and use the crosswalk then. I usually don't do this because why should I stop traffic when there's a perfectly good underpass? But the underpass is not passable. It's an impassable underpass. It should be underpassable, but it's impassable. So we'll take this route, which works. Watch the cars go by. We're looking at Speaker's Corner there, and then of course this is the Albert Street Bridge. It can be a long wait here. Another reason I don't usually use the crosswalk. Of course, you can jaywalk, but only if it's safe. Looking down the Albert Street Bridge. Okay. Back to looking out for the ice now, because this is downhill and icy, always a fun combination. I'm actually going to walk we'll go clockwise because it's the way it's trending because of where I crossed. Hopefully the main path here is cleared off of the ice pretty well. Looks pretty good along here, anyway. Okay, there we go. Wascana Lake. Last week, bundled up to the gills. This week, just wearing a windbreaker over my sweater. And gloves, because it is cool enough for that. But as I walk, it'll get warmer. Lake is still thoroughly frozen. Be a while before we see it melting. And of course, it's freezing every night. Warms up during the day, freezes at night. That's what's going on right now. The freeze-thaw cycle. But you can see how much snow has disappeared around trees and along the path. that way, nothing has changed. I was going to use my wireless mic today, but I couldn't find one of the cables to figure out where I put that. Oddly enough, it's a wireless mic, but it does need a cable or two, short ones. Adapters. Ah. I should have a stroller to hang on to just because of the ice.
Oh my God. I was worried I'd fall into her at one point. So I was like, ooh.
I should have come out later in the day when it's melting again.
So icy, I had no idea.
Unfortunately, my daughter's in university, so I don't think she'd appreciate the stroller anymore.
No.
Okay, we survived that patch. I could still push the stroller around because we do still have the stroller. I think. Pretty sure we do. You know, covered up. As long as nobody has to see the baby. You wouldn't have to know it's actually a walker, not a stroller. We do have a walker too for my grandmother-in-law. My mother-in-law, I mean. But I'm hoping to avoid using that for some time to come. Birds on the ice. Wait a minute, I think I have walking sticks. We had some, then they broke, but didn't I get a new pair? I could use one on days like today. Might help, or it might just be confuse me and I'd fall over anyway, I don't know. Hiking sticks. We managed to break both of them while in Newfoundland on the rock. My brother broke one, and I managed to break another one by overextending it. They were a little short for me, but I didn't pay attention closely enough to the warning sign that said do not extend beyond this point, and when I did, it became too weak and snapped off. So never do that again. You can see where they've over-cleared the path is now starting to show bare ground, which means it'll melt much faster there now because of the passive heating of the ground. Of course, the places where you still have ice on the path are places that are still mostly shaded. Sun's getting higher all the time, but well, we're almost to the equinox. That's what? This is the 18th? Monday, I guess. Ugh. There's no good way through this. Frozen mud. It's less slippery than frozen water. Okay. Survived another patch, and then it almost got me because I wasn't paying attention. I'm actually tempted to go through the snow. It's a pretty good path. I think I'll take it. It's probably less slippery than the actual path is. And it's been beaten down quite thoroughly here. Here, geese coming back. Some of them never left, but they could be coming back, although it seems a little early to me with the state of the water. Not a smooth path. A lot of them over to my left somewhere, honking away. Some off to my right on the ice. That patch that was sometimes open might be open again. Wouldn't surprise me. Some sort of outflow there in the middle of the lake that left a patch of water that was still somewhat open even when it was bitterly cold for a while. And there were birds clinging to that patch as it got smaller and smaller. Alrighty. Willow Island, where my Shards of Excalibur young adult fantasy series begins, as I've mentioned pretty much every time I walk around the lake. The Lady of the Lake from King Arthur shows up right there, and enlists 2 local teenagers to find the scattered shards of Excalibur before Merlin can, and he's the bad guy in the book. In his modern day guise as Rex Major, a computer magnet, not M-A-G-N-E-T, M-A-G-N-A-T-E, magnate. Sort of a Bill Gates kind of guy. If he gets hold of the shards of Excalibur and reforges the sword, he will use it to take over the world and then launch an attack through the door into Fairy, into his own world, Fairy, and seize control of it, combining his magic with modern weapons. Not a big spoiler to say he doesn't succeed. If I continue the series, which I've thought about, but again, there's a lot of things I could write, then the kids would actually leave our world and go into Fairy, which would be a change of pace, since the series is proper. It's set entirely in our world. Oh, there's a nasty patch. I'd rather walk up here in the snow. Still, I get over here to the frozen mud. Which is slippery in its own right, but not quite as slippery as ice. Oh boy. This is a fraught walk. Fraught with danger at every step. I don't want to spoil my record of having only fallen once this winter. On ice. I fell once in the snow. But on ice. And in the snow I just went to my knees. I didn't really fall. Ice I went down hard. Back on November 11th. If you want to go back and check that one out, you can follow along with me. Okay, made it through that. Something to be said for walking on the road today. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's easy enough to get out of the way of oncoming cars, and the roads are generally speaking clear. Much better. Much better. Because there's ice periodically every step of the sidewalk there. Looks like it improves up here. I can maybe switch back over again. But on the other hand, I know this is clear, and there are patches here and there. You can see them. There's the ledge over there. Oh, geese crossing the road up ahead of us. All right, looks pretty clear over here. We'll go back to the sidewalk for the moment anyway. So far, nobody has said hi. If you're there, say hi. I'll say hi back. Yeah, that patch has opened up, so there is some open water out there. The geese are having a chat about conditions. Hello, Brian. Another icy patch, it looks like. Another. However, we will try going down this way, see what it's like down here. Give us a good look at that water that's opened up again. There's got to be some kind of outflow pipe under there. It's the only explanation for why that was open even when it was like minus 20, minus 30. I think there was still water there. It eventually froze, but then it's come back. Much to the approval of the birds, clearly. See the big drifts along here because the wind blows across the lake and piles it up in the bushes here. Now that looks like ice. Oh, yeah, there's a little there. Oh, yeah. It's quite large, that patch now. Birds on the other side canoodling, I think. In the spring, a young goose's fancy turns to thoughts of eggs. Eventually there'll be a fountain here for aeration purposes. Figured the wooden bridge would be melted off, and sure enough it is. So yeah, there's a fountain in that pond, which will come along in another couple of months. Water, water. Some iffy looking patches up ahead here I have to be careful on. No, one looks really bad. Kind of committed at this point. Yeah, that's pure ice now, and it's wet ice, which is the worst. Let's actually go to the snow. Rough though it is, it's far less slippery. Actually water under the snow there too, or slush at the moment. Oof. Not sure that was much help. I wonder if the other side's better. I mean, it was less slippery, but I also was on the verge of getting snow in my boot, which is, no fun either. So we'll avoid the ice. Hopefully by next week, if we get the temperatures promised, there's far less ice. Maybe none if we're really lucky. Boy. At least I can hold on to this garbage can as I pick my way through that. I admit, my conversation is mostly going to be about, look at this, bare ground. I like that. Doesn't go very far, but helpful for a moment. But that dumped me here, which wasn't great. RB. Trying to read it. I kind of cringe when I see ice up ahead too. I don't have a disability, although I may, if I'm not careful, end up with one. I knew it was going to be bad, but I don't like to wait till the afternoon to walk around the lake on Fridays, but I probably should have. Oh, for crying out loud. Here's the best way to go here. Oh, I know. I don't do this very often. We'll go up the stairs and get back onto the road up here. They look clear. Nice and clear. Actually, we can go this way around the side of the building. Bar Willow. And there's a little takeout spot here that's not open this time of year. There's a railing here, so even if there's ice, it should be okay. Well, that was kind of roundabout, but at least it was different. See, they have this all enclosed, so you can eat outside even in the wintertime here. In the summer, that's the nicest deck because it has a view of the lake. Let's stick to the crunchy bits here. Alrighty. Oh, here's the lady with the stroller I passed. She took the shorter route, and I stretched mine out by going down by the lake. So I have to pass her again. And this was a big pile of snow that's melting, shorter than it was last time I came by. Hey. Pine Island over there is kind of the next landmark we go by. Well, I guess the Broad Street Bridge is the next landmark, if you're looking for landmarks. Can't really get lost, so you don't really need them. Aforementioned Broad Street Bridge. There it is. And looking the other way, there's the lake. One landmark you'll always see is the legislative building over there. Now this next bit looks like it could have some icy patches. And more. It's because it's uphill, water runs downhill toward the lake and then froze overnight. Presto, skating rink. Uh-huh. Well, that slowed me right down. Okay. Let's step over these. More bare ground starting to appear here. Bad patch. Well, I guess I'll just be really, really careful here. This may be the worst one I've come across. Better or worse over here? It might be better over here. A little rougher and doesn't slope down as much. Okay, survived. You know you're moving slow when the lady with the stroller is pulling away from you. More to come. Well, icy and uphill is better than icy and downhill. Although that's coming. In fact, I think I'll go up to the street. Parking lot's as bad as the sidewalk. Birds are back. They were here for a long time and then they went somewhere and now they're back. By somewhere, I don't think they migrated. If they did, they didn't go very far. My hope is this sidewalk is better. And the path looks good. Looks like a wise choice. It dips down there, and I don't know what the ice situation is, and I'm tired of it. I figured this one would clear it off because it's in the sun mostly. Geese everywhere have come back. Maybe they are back from migrating. It is March, I suppose that's quite possible. They have to get busy making babies. Won't be long before we're seeing baby geese as I walk around the lake. Yeah, there's plenty of ice down there that I'm just as happy not to be dealing with. Because it goes down and then it goes up again. However, this sidewalk ends here and I have no choice but to rejoin the path. But hopefully, at least it's level up here. For the most part. So some sand has been put down in spots here. Another bad patch. Morning. Hi, Kirk in Vancouver. For the ice she is a melting. Well, the snow is. The ice isn't. Not yet today, but it will. I think I should just focus on walking in the afternoon for a while. As long as it's like this. Won't be like this long, but nice and clear along here at least for a ways. Getting warmer now that I can walk faster. Not that I was ever cold, but not much to say, just walking. Keeping my eyes open for ice. Keep your eyes on the ice. Your eyes on the price. Price, ice. Didn't quite work. Prairie ice, price. Keep your eyes on the price. The price is right. That's Spruce Island there.
And they'll sail around.
Making pretty good progress now. Always the lake is just the other side of those bushes, Caragana bushes. Another place where they plowed the path really wide and now it's melted down to the bare ground. It's the Holotamor Memorial, marking the last time, well, not the last time, one of several times Russians have killed Ukrainians. This, of course, was the genocide conducted by Stalin. Saskatchewan was, I think, the first government to recognize that as a genocide. And that memorial has been there for a while. I think it's a copy of one that's in possibly Kiev. If it's still there. Not sure if it was Kiev. I saw a picture of it, but I can't remember exactly where it was. And I thought, oh, I didn't realize this one was a copy of or similar to that one, but it is. Of an emaciated little girl. A lot of Ukrainians in Saskatchewan. I'd never heard of Ukrainians until we moved to Saskatchewan when I was 8 years old, to be fair. And it seemed like everybody was Ukrainian. There were Ukrainian jokes because, you know, that's the kind of thing people do. They weren't nice to Ukrainians, joke-wise anyway. And there was a Ukrainian comic I remember that I saw once, kind of played off of his Ukrainian heritage. Nestor Pister, I think, was his name. Anybody remember that? You're as old as I am. And from Saskatchewan. It wasn't exactly a appearing on the Tonight Show kind of comic. And having seen his act. Yeah. Later on, I met somebody I thought was him, and it wasn't, which is kind of embarrassing. Oh yeah, I saw your act. I'm not, what act? I don't do acts. Oh, sorry, thought you were someone else. Looked just like him though, as I remembered him from 1983 or whenever that was. Here's the legislative building, the East End, coming into view, past the Trafalgar Fountain. I'd like to walk that way, but it has not been cleared, so I won't. I think I will, just in case there's lots of ice on the path. I think I'll actually shift over to the other side and walk down the road in front of the legislative building. I think they've opened the blockade that was there for a long time, barricade. Could be the path is fine over there, but I know this road is wide open, so, and it doesn't have a lot of traffic that I have to worry about. Unless you're headed to the ledge. I think MLA's park out here. There's not that much parking in the back. I think staff parks in the back, but I could be wrong. Never having worked here, what would I know? Anyway, legislative building. The sidewalk looks nice. That's the blockade that they had up for a while, but it's down. Another goose. Now, I'll have to see what it looks like through the garden. I want to walk that way or not. It's a gray day. Wasn't the sun shining when I came out? Maybe it wasn't. Didn't really notice. I was too focused on not falling on the ice. It was very sunny yesterday. If you watch that walk, lots of puddles. Proliferating puddles. Of the proliferation of puddles there is no end, and much melting is a weariness of the feet, as the Bible doesn't quite say. That is, of course, Solomon's, the proverb of Solomon that is most popular with students. Of the making of books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. Kind of feel the same way. There's the queen. Guess we'll risk it here. A few patches, but nothing I can't avoid. Soon this will be a garden again. Well, not that soon, but it's coming. Is that my first dog over there? You know, it might be. I hadn't even thought about that, but I don't think I've seen one until now, which is unusual. We're now walking straight towards downtown. The front of the legislature looks right downtown. Over the lake and through the woods. Over the lake and through the woods to downtown Regina we go. You could still walk over the lake right now. Getting close to where you wouldn't want to risk it, I suppose. You can't tell how. Right now it's still covered in snow. You don't know how thick the ice is underneath it. It should still be pretty thick. I don't think we've had enough warm weather. I like that cracking noise, but it's very slippery. To have much impact on the ice just yet, but it's getting here. As we saw, there's an open spot back there, so. More birds, more geese flying over the lake. It's beginning to look a lot like spring. Everywhere you go. Take a look at the flying geese. Nothing rhymes with geese. Peace. Reese, feast, east, 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 east. How about take a look at the flying goose? If you're lucky, you might see a moose. They occasionally wander into Regina. And when you're walking, watch out for the ice. It's beginning to look a lot like springtime, melting everywhere. Let's see. The thing that'll make you grin is the smile. No. The thing that'll make you grin is the warmer. No, that doesn't work either. Wait a minute. I'll get it. Ah! Sorry, I'm trying to think of a rhyme and trying not to fall down on these last few patches of ice while I'm at it. The thing that will make you grin is the way a car will spin when it hits the ice. Oh well, the moment has passed. I'm tired of walking on ice and avoiding the ice. Slipping on the ice. Ice isn't nice. I'd rather have rice. Lots of things rhyme with ice. Dice. Thrice. Lice. Mice. Nice. Price. Rice. Vice. Probably missed some. Those are one-word rhymes. The way more two-word rhymes. Ice on the steps, that's always a And then an icy uphill slope. But we're almost to the crosswalk. Then I just have to watch out for the rest of the ice on the way home. 2 more blocks. Most car accidents happen when you're almost home. I want to make that true with walking as well, falling on ice as well. That wouldn't surprise me to be true. Could walk down Albert Street there, it might be clearer. I know, but the thing that's not very nice is the thin layer of ice that is everywhere. There we go. Now, can I remember the whole thing? It's beginning to look a lot like springtime everywhere you go. Take a look at the melting snow. You hope it soon will go. That wasn't actually what I used the first time, though, not making it up again. And soon there will be bare grass everywhere. It's beginning to look a lot like springtime. Geese have come back home, but the thing that's not very nice is the thin layer of ice. Oh, I have to rhyme with home. Look a lot like springtime, warm wind in your hair, but the thing that's not very nice is the thin layer of ice that is everywhere. All together now. It's beginning to look a lot like springtime. Snow melting everywhere. Now I got ice again. And it's a downhill slope. Well, that's not a good combination. Possibly I can manage here if I'm very, very careful. Almost got me. Well, the last verse is certainly good. The thing that's very nice is the thin layer of ice that is everywhere. That one back there almost got me on that driveway because it sloped down towards the street, and when my foot slipped, my other foot was also on the slope, so trying to catch it was fraught. Thanks, Lucas. Somehow I couldn't remember the first verse. I did about 3 different first verses and none of them stuck in my head. You look a lot like springtime everywhere you go. Take a look at the melting snow. We hope that it soon will go. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. It's got to rhyme with go again if I do that. Now this has actually taken me kind of past where I really want to go, but not too far. We'll take this alley up here over to Angus Crescent. This is Leopold Crescent. Oh, I remember what it was. It's beginning to look a lot like springtime everywhere you go. Take a look at the flying goose. If you're lucky, you might see a moose. Too many syllables, what the heck. If we're really lucky, soon the snow will go. It's beginning to look a lot like springtime. Warm breeze in your hair. But the thing that's not very nice is the thin layer of ice that is everywhere. There, I think I got it now. Maybe I should write it down. Probably not worth it. Besides, there's now a recording of it right here on YouTube. Soon to go viral. Still not home yet without falling. There's still lots of opportunity. Nothing's any better. Like, you look up the alleys and they're just as icy as the road. So again, I think I should stop walking in the morning and only walk in the afternoons while it's thawing. Yesterday it was wet, but there wasn't too much ice to worry about, if any. I kind of knew it would be like this morning, but I didn't think it would be this bad. Don't know why I didn't think it would be this bad. I've lived here for, let's see, we moved up here in 1967 when I was 8 years old. I had just turned 8. So that means this year I will have lived here for 55 years. Except for going to school in Arkansas University. But I came home every year, so I was still living here. I just missed a couple of winters. More ice. More ice. I'd walk on the street, but I'm not sure it's any better. Might be right down the middle in spots. That. See, this is what gets you. You're walking along and you're thinking, looking ahead, and you're thinking, oh, the sidewalk is clear. And then, bam, there's that thin layer of ice that is everywhere. Is the road any better? Not really. A little rougher maybe if I get in the right spot. That may have been my least favorite walk that I've done in a year. And of course, I was probably walking in ice last year and I've just forgotten. But because we are, in fact, right about now, I think maybe tomorrow, I think March 19th might have been my first one last year. Tomorrow might be my 1 year anniversary of doing these. I'll have to look. Maybe it's already today. So near and yet so far. No! And I didn't even see, but I didn't fall. Almost home, and it almost got me. Gravity, that is, not your friend. I'm gonna go back to the road. I think the sidewalk's even worse along here. I should. That was close. Okay, I will stop here. Thank goodness. Thanks for walking with me. At least if I'd fallen, somebody would have borne witness to it. Might be in Brazil, but so I should be back tomorrow, but if I am, it'll be after it's warmed up for sure. So thanks very much, and bye for now.